Many people have always struggled with presentations, especially when they don't have the experience or lack confidence, and many live in fear of the day when they must make that speech. Essentially, a presentation is a form of communication between the speaker and the audience. That is to say, a presentation can be a small introduction or a large-scale conference. Making a good presentation requires your audience to learn more about you and the topic in discussion. Usually, people tend to think that possessing professional presentation skills require a long and tedious learning process. Actually, as long as you master the key points, you can be a good presenter. First of all, before you do an oral presentation, you should be well prepared. You should ask yourself several key questions. Who are you talking to? Why are you talking to them? How long have you got? And what story are you trying to tell? Meanwhile, you can make some visual aids to make your presentation more clear and vivid, such as slideshows. If you're doing a PowerPoint presentation, you should avoid reading exactly what is on the screen. You should use note cards, and the information on the screen should only summarize what you're trying to say. Don't count on the audience to remember any detail from one slide to another. If you need to emphasize the point, restate the information a second time. If you have to present many different aspects or ideas, try to build a unifying thread. The talk should be sequential in nature. When you have a general idea about your presentation outline, you can make use of some skills during your presentation.
The 5 basic elements, number 1 is eye contact. That builds a rapport with your audience. Number 2 would be voice projection, so that people can clearly hear you and it portrays that you believe what you're talking about. Number 3 is voice intonation and inflection, to keep people interested so it's not really a monotone voice. Number 4 is clarity of message, how clearly you're getting across your point. And number 5 is enthusiasm, the passion you have of how much you enjoy what you're talking about.
The most important thing of the presentation is to allow your audience to receive information in a simple and easy to understand manner. This will allow you to make a good presentation that will be remembered for your audience. If you want to further improve your presentation skills, pay attention to these pointers.
The first one is this: every person carries an atmosphere, and the atmosphere they carry comes from the thoughts they think and their attitude at life and their positive or negative view of life. So if you're someone who does a lot of presentations and you want to have impact on your audience, then live a good life. You can't be a liar every day and then get up there and expect people to believe you. It just doesn't come across. The second really important thing is learn how to read an audience. Sometimes audiences are very cold. Sometimes they're very warm. If they're cold, there's usually a reason why. Maybe there's a struggle going on, maybe someone dropped something, maybe the speaker before you was incredibly boring. Whatever it is, if you understand what it feels like to sit in the audience and you give them a certain kind of respect and empathy, that you understand what they're going through, you can win them back and you can get them to follow you. So reading an audience is a great thing.
Before you make a presentation, take a deep breath. Don't be nervous and relax. Only when you're brimming with confidence can your audience concentrate on your presentation. Making an effective presentation is a piece of cake, as long as you keep practicing. After all, practice makes perfect.